Football is the most popular sport in the world. It is called a beautiful game and underdog victories makes it more beautiful. Some of them are Leicester City winning the Premier League in 2016, Denmark winning the Euros in 1992, Greece winning the Euros in 2004. But there is one victory which stands out. Iraq winning the 2007 Asian Cup. Iraq were the best Middle Eastern team during the 1980s. They qualified for the 1986 World Cup where they lost all their group stage matches. During that time, the president of Iraq was Saddam Hussein. His eldest son, Uday Hussein, never ruled the country, but he was the president of the Iraqi Football Association. He was known for being violent. If the players failed, they were severely punished. Abuses, torture, caning, and shaving off a player's head were common punishments. Uday made them play with a concrete ball as a football for not qualifying for the 1994 World Cup finals. Saddam and his sons passed away in 2003, but there was still a lot of disorder as the US invaded Iraq. This led to a very violent civil war. They still managed to send a football team to the 2004 Olympics in Greece. To everyone's surprise, they reached the semi-final and finished 4th in that year. They had also beaten a Portugal team with Ronaldo. Little did they know that this was just the beginning. The Iraq war went on till 2011. In 2007, a lot of people were killed every day. Therefore, the home matches of Iraq had to be played in UAE. They finished top in their group and qualified for the Asian Cup. Criminal gangs were threatening the players and their families, which is why they had to leave the country. At this point, very little to nothing was expected from the team, which didn't even have a coach. Now, Joran Vieira, a Brazilian coach, comes to the rescue. Even he lost a physio who was killed in a suicide bombing. But he managed to get his players ready for the tournament held in Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam and Thailand. In the group stages, they were drawn with Thailand, Oman and Australia. They drew their first match against Thailand 1-all. They pulled off a big upset by destroying Australia 3-1. They even topped the group with 5 points. In the quarterfinals, they beat one of the hosts, Vietnam 2-0 to progress to the semi-finals. Many Iraqis took to the streets to celebrate. This was already a great achievement because of what they had to go through. In the semi-finals, they beat an Asian giant, South Korea, in a nerve-wracking penalty shootout. The team and whole of Iraq celebrated. But during this time, a suicide bomber approached an ice cream parlor where a lot of fans were celebrating. He destroyed himself and some football fans with him. Some more people were killed due to fans celebrating the victory really violently. The players were crestfallen and wanted to back out of the final. But a lonely Iraqi mother was interviewed on TV. She had lost her son. She begged the team to play the final and did not want her son to be buried until they won the title. In the final versus Saudi Arabia, they won 1-0 and won the title. Yunus Mahmoud scored the goal and he was also the joint top scorer in the tournament with 4 goals. Iraqis were back on the street celebrating the incredible victory. This became more special as this was their first Asian Cup title. After the tournament, coach Vieira quit as the job seemed impossible for him. Iraq didn't only win the title but also brought a fractured nation together. This week's shoutout is Prapun off duty. The correct answer for last week's question was Bob Paisley. If you want to be next week's shoutout, here's the question for the day. Who is the first Iraqi player to score in the Champions League? The first person to write the correct answer for this question is going to get a shoutout in my next video. So please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next time.
It's running